WWII! A drop of blood dripped from Rosalie Barrieau's finger as she jerked back. The dead thorn remained in place, mocking her effort. Ignoring the sting, she leaned in and clipped the lifeless stem from a rose growing over the arbor that led to acres of gardens. Young plants, green with vigor in the warmth of spring. The rainbow of irises, rhododendrons, and geraniums had begun to fade, but poppies would open soon under pink hedges of tamarisk. And roses. The roses were a little late this year, but soon they would bloom, and she would keep them perfect until Papa returned. "There you are!" Rosalie spun to see Lucas Fournier's hurried approach up the lane. She flashed a smile at the tall, dark-haired man who had somehow gone from a childhood friend to the desire of her heart. "Where else would I be?" His face showed no amusement. "In the village, hearing the latest from the front, or at least inside with the radio on." Her gut twisted, both at his chastisement and the reason she hid in the gardens. "I don't know if I want to hear what's going on out there." Every evening for the past month, since the Germans had invaded their borders, her mother and younger brother would sit close to the radio, and they would all listen to the latest reports about the war. And every night the nightmares would come, tormenting her with worry for her father and others who had gone to fight the Germans. Lucas would also soon leave. He'd said so enough times and grew more adamant each day. "It's important, Rosalie." Lucas gripped her arm. She usually loved his touch, but there was a bite to his hold. "I know it is. I know." Rosalie pulled away and folded her arms across her stomach. She ignored the dark strands of hair that had come loose from her bun and fell across her face. "But there's nothing I can do. They are far from here, and I have no control over what happens." He reached for her again, this time more gently. She fell into his arms and buried her face in his chest. The war surging toward Paris could not be ignored, but at least there was security in his embrace. "Tell me." The rhythm of his heart raced beneath her ear. His grip tightened. "We've surrendered." "What?" She jerked back enough to see his face. "What do you mean? Who surrendered?" "Prime Minister Reynaud is stepping down and giving the government over to that fool Pétain." Lucas huffed out a breath and a curse. "He's agreeing to an armistice with the Germans." Her chest refused to take in air. An armistice? His brown eyes swam with both frustration and fear. "I should have gone. I should have been part of the fight." "So you could have also surrendered?" She felt the bitterness build on the back of her tongue, but she could do nothing but swallow it. "What does an armistice mean for us, or for my papa, or yours?" They had left around the same time, both veterans of the last war, both pledging to protect France from another invasion. Lucas shook his head and pressed a kiss to her hairline. "I don't know, but I for one will not stop fighting no matter what Pétain and his advisors say. How can we roll over like obedient dogs trying to placate our new masters?" "Oh, Lucas." She'd heard too many stories from the last war, only 22 years earlier. Almost the span of her own life. Papa had fought in that war too, but preferred not to speak of it, though he still wore scars on his hands. And Maman? Her scars seemed deeper. Perhaps from the loss of her 3 brothers, all killed in battle. Rosalie only had one sibling, and though he could be infuriating sometimes, she couldn't imagine losing him. Or Papa. Or Lucas. She felt his mouth warm on her head again, and closed her eyes. Was it a crime to enjoy this simple moment? Were they expected to stop living and feeling? She dared a glance at his face, then his mouth. What would a real kiss feel like? She'd begun to imagine a future with this man. Marriage, children, a life built together.